Hey everyone, let's take a look at number 3 in section 4.1. Using linear approximation, I'm going to estimate the change in the function f for a change in x from x equal a to x equal b. So the actual change in x will be, the difference b minus a. Of course, the function we're given, f of x, is the square root of x. A is 36, b is 37. And in our answers, we're of course going to round our decimal answers to 6 decimal places in these questions. So the first is to do the approximation. So remember, the linear approximation for the change in f, or the df, right, the differential here, or the dy if you want to, is right, f prime of a times dx, and dx is the same as delta x, the change in x. So this is the slope of our tangent line, right, the rise over the run times the actual run. That will give us the estimate for the change in the rise, or the change in the vertical height, the change in f. Okay, so our delta x, as I said, is going to be the difference between, right, b minus a. Here, b and a are 37 and 36, so our difference is just 1. So delta x is just going to be 1, dx is just 1. Now, to find the f prime of a, we take our function, f of x is x to the 1/2. We take the derivative by the power rule, and we get our derivative here. So now I can plug in to find my linear approximation. The derivative at a, where a was 36, is just plug in a here. I get 1 over 2 root 36 times 1. And so it's just this thing here. Square root of 36 is 6. I get 2 times 6. I get 1/12. And using the calculator, we get it rounded off to 6 decimal places. So here's our estimate for the change, the estimate and the change. So next, they want us to estimate the use this estimate to approximate f of b. So the change in f is going to be f of b minus f of a. Okay, again, b is 37, a is 36. But f of b, then I can add f of a, right, to my change in f to get my approximation for f of b. Okay, so I'm going to estimate it. Of course, the change in f, I'm going to use this estimate, right? The estimate being this linear approximation. And so f of b, remember b was 37, a was 36. So f of b is approximately f of 36, f of a, plus that differential that we just found there. So f of 36, remember the original function is just the square root of x. So it's the square root of 36, which is 6, plus our estimate above, which was 1/12, which to 6 decimal places is this. So here's our estimate for f of 37, basically our estimate for the square root of 37. All right, that's our estimate, approximately this. Okay, well, let's find the error in the calculator then, or error in this using the calculator. So to calculate the error in our estimate of f of b, or f of 37, we're going to use the actual value of f of 37 from the calculator, right? So if I use my calculator, plug in the square root of x, square root of 37 rather, I get that. So there's my exact value, right? So I'm going to take this value and I'm going to subtract, right, the estimate here. So what's the difference there? And of course, I did that in my calculator. I get a negative here, so I'm going to take the absolute value, so it's positive. And remember, e to the negative 4 means I'm going to move the decimal place 4 places to the left. There's once, and then 3 more for the, place zeros in as placeholders. And there's the estimate for our error. Okay, so again, graphically, if you want to think about what's happening here, we've got the graph of our square root function, which looks something like this. So y equals the square root of x, and somewhere way out here at 36, we're using the tangent line right at that point to estimate the actual value of the square root of 37. So that tangent line, you can tell if I draw it, it looks almost exactly like the graph there. All right, but what we're doing is trying to get, and this is obviously not to scale here, but if this is 37, right, we're using, instead of this value on the graph of the square root of x, we're using the value on the tangent line. Okay, and so using that, we get this as our estimate. This is the error in our estimate, and again, pretty good. We're accurate to the square root of 37 using linear approximation. by, we're pretty accurate. This is off in the 4th decimal place, right? Is basically what this is saying. Okay. Hope this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, please let me know.